Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another amazing episode of Mariam's Ways. You already know if it's on your mind, then it's on the mind. Yo, yo, yo. So, in today's episode, we'll be getting to know Mariam. Everybody has an idea about Mariam, but who is Mariam? So, yes. And just before we get started, this episode is proudly brought to you by one of Sierra Leone's finest hotels, the Lead Hotel. So let's dive into your questions, your suggestions, your opinions about Mariam, and let's get to know her basically. So,
The first question here is, who is Mariam?
Mariam is a young, uncompromising Fallon in her 20s that is still getting to know herself, still building her little empire. I'm a student. I am a business owner. I own Mariam's Ways Beauty Line, a beauty salon. Yes, guys. And I own a podcast, Mariam's Ways Podcast, which is basically a podcast that encourages conversations that people want to be having but don't feel too comfortable to have. I am also the owner of the Mariam's Ways Foundation. So this foundation is focused on raising awareness on feminine hygiene, mental health issues, and the rest of it. We're basically actively giving back to our community, Sierra Leone. We're not just Sierra Leone, but the rest of the world. I also own a marketing agency that is new, but we basically do proper content and influencing for businesses and brands across Sierra Leone and the rest of the world. And of course, I cannot end this without giving credit to my team, to my manager, to my producer, to the man behind the camera, to the videographer, the photographer, and all the rest of them. They have played a very key role in my life. So shout out to all of you. Yo, yo, yo.
What is your most cherished memory?
And my most cherished memory will be my 21st birthday gift that I got from my dad. He got me a 22 karat gold chain for my birthday. I think that's the most cherished memory because I was not expecting it. I did a list of things that I wanted for my birthday, and then I mentioned that I wanted a gold necklace, and my dad got it for me. And he's not the most affectionate person, so that's what makes it
belief
memorable.
that you once held, but you've outgrown now?
That women have to succumb to men if they want to be successful. I can firmly say that I don't have any man that will say he is the reason for where I am today, apart from the men that I work with. I would say I am a living testament that you can actually reach where you want to reach with hard work and consistency. And there is no man behind my story. So yes, that's something I've outgrown.
As a young woman in Sierra Leone, what is your biggest insecurity and how do you deal with it?
My biggest insecurity, I don't think I've found one. I don't think I have any. Or maybe I'm too confident to even notice my insecurities. But I don't think I have any insecurities.
Do you have any embarrassing moments?
An embarrassing moment would be me ending up with a broke man.
So what is something about yourself that you've never told anyone?
That would have to stay mysterious because if I say it, then it's no longer a secret. So let there be some mysterious moments, please.
Okay. Why you can make like sleep with fish?
And they make like sleep with fish? Oh my God, that's so mean. But sleep with fish acts for catch. So if I dey make like sleep with fish, that means they are act for catch. So it's not actually a bad thing that I dey make like sleep with fish. That means I'm a hard catch. So I'm proud to be a sleep with fish. Yeah. I love being a sleep with fish. Makodo. Makodo. Thank you.
The next one we have is a dilemma from one of your fans.
Okay.
It reads, sometimes I feel like I'm standing in two worlds, both pulling me apart. I live with my aunt and she always pushes me to go out and find money through hookups and things I don't want for myself. She tells me that it's the fastest way, that everyone does it. But deep down, I know that's not my path. I want to trade my dignity for quick money. At the same time, my family depends on me. Everyone looks at me like I'm the one who will give them a better life. And I want that more than anything. I want to change things for them, break the cycle, and give them hope. But every day I ask myself, what do I do that's when I feel so trapped? I love my studies. I dream of using education, biology, science, everything I've been working on to make a real difference. I want to raise awareness about menstrual health so young girls never feel the confusion and shame I once felt. I want to show them that their bodies are not something to be silenced. But between aunt's pressure, my family's expectation, and my own dreams, I feel torn. I lie awake some nights wondering, do I give in to the pressure and just survive? Or do I hold on to my dreams and fight for something better? This is my dilemma. I don't have all the answers yet, but I know one thing I cannot give up on myself. I cannot lose sight of the future I imagine, no matter how hard the present feels. This is my dilemma.
So this is a tough one for a young girl to be in a situation where she feels like she's supposed to provide for her family. I do get lots of these stories, but I actually do think it doesn't happen because how can a young girl be expected to take care of her family, a family you were born into? And I'm even so proud of the fact that you never gave into any of these things that you have been facing. Because I will tell you, most of the girls out there will tell you this is one of the reasons why they're doing what they're doing, to either feed their family, which they're not supposed to be doing. But I would strongly advise you to not give in to any of these things. You are made for better things. Your visions and aspirations are something that I'm really, really proud of. I'm actually proud of the fact that you have not given into any of these things. And I wish that you would find yourself and get rid of all these entitlements. Because honestly speaking, there are sometimes we have to move away from our families to be a better person. I would say my family played a great role in helping me to find myself, but there are other people whose families push them to not being themselves. So if you're finding yourself in this situation, I don't want to say this, but fuck your family. Go out and live your life, honestly speaking, because they're not leading you on the right paths. They don't even want you to be a better person. For your auntie to want you to be going out there and sleep with men for money, she can basically do the same thing. So why is she sending you to go and do it? But I'm proud of you, and I really wish you would not give in to all these things. This will actually be a great story, a great push for some other girls out there that are facing the same thing. And I wish you the very best. And I pray you don't give in to any of these. And just know that as much as this is anonymous, I am very proud of you and I would really wish to know you. So yeah.
Hi, Mariam. I just want to know how you were able to overcome certain trials in your life from your teenage years to now. I love you and I pray you find this message and explain on how you were able to conquer your challenges.
Oh my God, thank you. um, my challenges, how did I conquer them? I would say Mariam has always been a girl that knows what she wants. I was not raised as the normal child, so I don't really do things the normal child is expected to do. I would say I started my life very early, around 14. I had started doing business ever since I was in school. I'd be always big woman, and I was always on the go. Ever since I was small, I really pictured the type of woman I wanted to be. I am not that type of woman yet, but I'm still picturing her and I'm working towards being her. So there have been lots of challenges, friends, men, school, everything jumbled up, but I still find the grace to move from these things with God and with my parents and with, of course, my friends. So,
Hi, Mariam. One thing they can't take from you is your aura. You have a very strong, intimidating aura. It really takes one that is confident and has a strong personality to like you. So I know you might be receiving hate from time to time, but just know it's because you're intimidating and perfectly fine. So my question is, how do you handle the hate?
for any bad thing or hate that happens to me, I just find a way to, to make it a positive thing or just started to boost my ego. I'm actually very egoistic. I don't know why. Maybe like I don't know where I got that from. But honestly, you cannot pull me down. There's nothing you can tell me that would weaken Mariam. I don't think there's anything that does exist. I will tell you I'm always the strongest woman in the room. You bully me, try to bring me down, and then the next I'm gonna fix my hair, fix my lip gloss, fix my nails, fix my hair, and then I'll look you straight into the eye and tell you that you're just intimidated by me. And trust me, you're just intimidated by me. So I really don't respond to hate. If I was to respond to hate, trust me, it touched a nerve. But anyways, I basically just find a way to boost my ego. I have lots of affirmations and manifestations. I'm actually just a star girl. I always have my ways of, giggling around things. And I don't really take things that serious. So, yeah,
What is your biggest regret in life so far?
this is a tough one. And I think I would need to make a whole episode on this. So you definitely have to watch out. My biggest regret in life would be, this is tough, but I have to be honest. My biggest regret in life would be going for Miss Sierra Leone. So yeah.
Hi, Mariam. How did you do it? Being young, rich, and successful at such a young age. Can you give an advice, please?
Oh my God, you guys think I'm rich? Well, I'm actually rich. I'm rich in friends, I'm rich in family, I'm rich in love, I'm rich in principles, I'm rich in skill, I'm rich in a lot of things, but I'm not rich in money, please. And young, of course I'm young. I'm just 20. At the time I'm making this video, I'm 21 years old. And successful, of course. I have lots of establishments and initiatives that are doing extremely well. So I'll consider myself to be successful because of my age and because of how sustainable the things I am doing are to society. So yes.
Hi, Mariam. I really admire your work on YouTube and your podcast. I've been curious about starting YouTube myself, but my mom feels like it's showing off on social media. I'd love to know, how did you start your YouTube journey, and how did you handle people's opinion when you were first starting out?
It has always been difficult for me as well because I do have strict parents. My parents are very strict. But starting my own YouTube journey was more of an edutainment. I wanted to educate people during the COVID era. I started it with my cousin and then it somehow blossomed. So it started as a YouTube channel and then we went to a talk show and now we have a podcast. It's been growing. But basically, this is not something my parents wanted me to do because they equally thought I was just distracting myself from my studies. But I'm one person, ever since I was young, this was like Mariam at 12, 13 years, we were actively trying to educate our peers on basic things that they should know, how to be a good girl, things to avoid in your teenage years. You can actually search us up on YouTube, Zorium Sisters. So it has always been about me actively giving back to my community. I think I am a woman of the world. So most of the things that I engage in or the things that I do don't really have to always be about me. I'm not really too self-conscious or always want the attention on me. For most of my initiatives or most of the things that I do, even my podcast is a safe space for people who want to share stories or who have things they feel like other people can relate to outside. So it's always about giving back to people, giving back to my community.
Hi, Mariam. I visited 2 different salons during your Miss Sierra Leone saga. Both times, everyone was talking about you. That was the day I knew you were really the GOAT. GOAT. Even women old enough to give birth to you made you a topic of discussion, and it was not even in a good way. The other lady said it outrightly that the moment you win Miss Sierra Leone, which was very obvious, most married men will be coming your way, and that's why she doesn't want you to win. Can you comment on this?
No, I can't comment on this. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we need a break. We're going on a short break. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, guys, to If It's On Your Mind, Then It's On the Mic. I hope you're enjoying the sessions. I'm answering to all your questions, all your opinions, all your comments about me and my podcast today on Mariam's Ways. So let's keep it coming. Let's keep it going.
Do you consider yourself egoistic, proud, and pompous?
Oh my God. That's harsh. Honestly, I'm not always the nicest person in the room. I would not consider myself, well, I would consider myself egoistic. I said that. Not proud. Not proud at all. Pompous, definitely not pompous. In fact, I don't like people that are pompous. I don't like people, the moment you walk into the room, you want everybody to know who you are, blah, 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 blah. It's even sometimes very difficult for me to introduce myself regarding situations where I have to explain the things that I've done or the things that I have to my name. So I would not consider myself pompous. I would not consider myself proud. But I am not always the nicest in the room. I don't walk into rooms and start seeking validation from people. If it's going to happen, then it's have to happen naturally. For most of the people around me or most of my friends that I have, these were relationships that started naturally. I never had to be the first one, or they never had to be the first one to, so it does happen naturally. If you are my type of person, would have to vibe and then take it from there and see where it leads. But I'll never be in a situation where I have to succumb to someone else or feel the need to be nice to you. In fact, I don't even like being in rooms with people. Anyways, I am not proud and I am not pompous. But ego, yeah, sometimes from time to time.
But you
I am egoistic. I am.
Do you have any bad sides to you, and what are your bad habits?
Everybody has a bad sides. I do have lots of bad habits. I'm human. I'm so imperfect. I do make lots of mistakes. I do have. I wouldn't say all of them, but I would say I'm egoistic. I'm going to repeat that again. Yeah, and
yeah.
I that's my producer, guys. He thinks I'm PTI, but I'm not. I would say I do have anger issues from time to time, but we're managing them. We're putting mechanisms in place. But I'm such a cool girl. I'm actually very soft. Quick, I don't cry. That's something people don't know about me, but I'm actually a softie.
Yeah. What is your dream travel destination?
Oh my God, I want to go to Greece. That is where they're going to propose to me. I want to go to Greece, guys, Santorini.
That takes us to the next question. Is Mariam dating?
Well, Islamically, we don't have anything like dating, but a woman is single till she's married. And from the video, my left finger is empty. My right finger is empty. I just have rings on my index finger. So this is basically, I'm sure this answers your question. I am definitely not married. I don't know what.
Dating.
I'm not dating. Sorry.
What makes your podcast different?
Oh, that's a sweet one. So basically, my podcast is a healing space for me. I would say I do have lots and lots of things going on with me that I don't feel the need to have random friends that I do pour out my emotions to, because we all know how people are these days. So basically, Mariam's Ways podcast is not even about Mariam. This is a safe space for people like Mariam to come and really explain or talk things they want to talk about. We do have conversations outside religion and politics. We do have conversations that people need to be having but are ashamed of having. We've had episodes like a look into the hookup culture, drugs, and random sex. We do also have other episodes on sugar daddies. On a normal day, you don't want to talk about sugar daddies, but 90% of girls do have sugar daddies. So this is just a safe space for people, and no judgment, no negative opinions, just you, Mariam, and the camera. So this is us trying to give back to people. It somehow relates to my foundation because it is us raising awareness on menstrual health and on mental health. And we already know we bakuna salowina clean Chris mandem, just just like my producer says it. So this is basically a space for people to heal. We have had episodes where people basically end up crying on camera. We have also had unfiltered sessions. We've also had raw episodes of people saying things they would normally not say. So if you're watching this episode and you have something you want to share, or you have a story that really breaks you, or there's been a moment God showed up for you, there was this grace, or there was this little hope that really took you where you are today, this is the space for you. So yeah, that's what Mariam's Ways podcast is about. And that's the last question for this episode. I'm sure you've gotten to know Mariam a little bit. And that's all we have for you today. Hoping to see you on the next episode. You already know, if it's on your mind, then it's on the mic. Don't forget, this episode is proudly sponsored by The Lead Hotel. Meow, meow, meow. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere at Mariam's Ways Podcast. So you get full updates on everything, our next topic, our opinions, our question tags, everything that will be coming back to you on this YouTube channel. So subscribe. See you next week. Bye-bye.